cranberry juice.
Women are property. It is the natural order of things. Subscribe for more Christian wisdom.
Gather round, gang. I caught a big one. So while I was doing research on my last video, I stumbled upon a beauty of a YouTube channel. Misogyny, transphobia, Andrew Tate. It's got it all. Today, we're going to be taking a big old dive into the world of TreasureChrist. Now, TreasureChrist isn't your run-of-the-mill Christian YouTube channel. If it was, I wouldn't be making a video on it. No, sir. This is a full-blown, beautiful case of far-right propaganda. So let's jump in, because I am excited for this one. First up, we have a video titled, "Something Terrifying Just Happened, but People Missed It." It's got Andrew Tate in the thumbnail, so you know this is going to be gold. This channel really likes to blow things out of proportion, so I promise Doomsday isn't at our doorstep or anything. It's just about a girl who shaved her head.
A lot of people ask me recently when I share with them that I'm going to shave my head, why am I doing that? And my reasons right now. The simple one is I just want to.
Awesome. That is the only reason you need.
But also, it's not an impulsive decision. I've been wanting to shave my head for years. It's a FU to conventional beauty standards. It's a symbolic letting go. It's a transformation for me. I want to let go of a past self. It's a shedding. It's a molting like snakes or tarantulas or hermit crabs. And I'm not doing it for appearance purposes, besides to embrace myself in the rawest form.
Once again, nothing wrong with this. It's just a young woman who doesn't want to conform to conventional beauty standards. But something tells me that TreasureChrist is not going to see it that way.
I did it. I'm really glad that I pulled through. And I do feel free.
Any effort to overthrow this is an attack on God and on the divine order, which of course is what feminism in all of its elements is, an outright attack on God.
Damn, a woman shaving her head is an outright attack on God? You heard it here first, folks. God hates alopecia. Get those Westboro guys on the phone. They've got the wrong people. Seriously, though, you make God sound so fragile. Like God's really going to get hurt by a woman deciding to cut her hair off. I don't read much of the Bible these days, but I think he's able to handle it, guys.
Our system is designed to erase and eradicate every vestige of masculinity from our boys.
Wait. I thought we were talking about bald women attacking God. They're lined up at the gates of heaven with siege towers. They're ready to strike. When did we transition to the decline of masculinity?
Our school system, our pedagogical methods, our entire school culture is designed for little girls to be successful and little boys to be frustrated and put on Ritalin, okay? So that they sit there docile like little girls.
Ah, yes. Because when I was put on ADHD meds, I instantly became a femboy. One dose of that Ritalin pill and I felt the masculinity just flood from my body like a tidal wave.
Okay? We emasculate them. We make them compete with girls throughout their whole lives and not see them as the weaker sex to be protected, but just another dude with breasts.
Dudes with breasts? Where?
The videos we just saw of these girls shaving their heads is a disturbing trend on TikTok.
I don't know if I'd call it a disturbing trend. More like just a thing that some women choose to do. But as we all know, women doing what they want with their own bodies is wrong!
If a woman doesn't cover her head, let her also have her hair cut off. But if it is disgraceful for a woman to have her hair cut off or her head shaved, let her cover her head. In other words, the ultimate disgrace would be to shave your head, but it's also a disgrace to take the covering off in that society, so leave the covering on.
So the passage he's quoting says that women should keep their head covered, and if they choose not to do so, they should shave their heads. It sounds to me like these women are following that teaching better than the women who don't shave their heads. Their heads aren't covered, so they shaved them, just like whatever he's quoting here says to do.
Instead of embracing God's design for them as females and women made in the image of God, these girls are essentially telling God that they hate how he made them.
Now this doesn't make any sense, because babies come out of the womb bald. In a way, bald is how God made them. But even so, human beings get haircuts all the time, including men. So are all humans telling God that they hate how he made them? Secondly, if there is a problem, then why aren't you railing against people who wear makeup or get plastic surgery or, I don't know, wear clothes? They're going against how God made them, so why aren't you attacking that too? It's just because you don't like bald women, isn't it? Now, I'm engaged, so I gotta watch what I say here, but personally, bald ladies get 2 thumbs up from me.
Matt Walsh's movie, What is a Woman?
Oh no, guys. Not Matt Walsh. Anyone but the guy who openly admits to being a fascist and says that women should be getting married and pregnant by 16. What are we gonna do, fellas? I think I better end the video now.
What is a woman?
Why do you ask that question?
I just really like to know.
What do you think the answer to that question is?
Well, I'm asking. That's why I came to a college professor who's this is what you do.
What other kinds of answers have you gotten?
A lot of like this, where you're not answering, and I've gotten a lot of that. So,
Well, for me, it's actually a really simple answer, and that's a person who identifies as a woman.
but what are they identifying as?
As a woman.
But what is that?
As a woman.
Do you know what a circular definition is?
I do.
It's sort of like what you're doing right now.
You guys ready? I'm about to destroy Matt Walsh with facts and logic from the Oxford Dictionary. Woman, a person with the qualities traditionally associated with females. See how easy that was? It's perfect, and it was just one Google search.
Our culture has become so insane that even dictionaries have started changing the definition of woman to appease the mob that is trying to destroy all differences between men and women.
Alright, language is sort of my jam, so buckle up. The definitions of words change over time. Language evolves, it's why we don't write like this anymore. Sometimes it evolves naturally, and sometimes it evolves through adjustment to social change as new movements come up. It's why people don't say the N-word or the R-word anymore. People were upset with the use of it, and so the common parlance changed. Radical extremists aren't storming the buildings of Oxford demanding that they be changed, it's just adaptation. Look, your old definition is still there too.
It's truly dystopian when even renowned dictionaries are changing language to accommodate the radical, nonsensical idea that men can actually be women and women can actually be men.
Actually, nobody is saying that men can be women. Trans women are women. Get wrecked.
But the culture isn't just pressuring young women into rejecting the biblical concept of femininity. The culture is also working very hard to destroy the concept of masculinity.
Here we go. This is where the masculinity part comes in.
Take a look at this ad from Gillette, which caused a lot of controversy about the concept of toxic masculinity.
Yes, Gillette made a shitty advertisement pandering to a growing movement. If right-wing bullshit like yours was on the rise, I promise you Gillette would pander to you too. Kinda like they did a few decades ago. That's just how corporations work.
Who are we to say that, girls can't like trucks and football and, boys can't like, dolls and whatever, right?
Oh my god, that's based as fuck.
This is precisely the reason why men like Andrew Tate have become enormously popular, because they fill a void for young men who are looking for examples of strong masculinity, which the culture is seeking to completely destroy.
Uh-oh.
The best take on Andrew Tate I've heard is that although Tate has correctly diagnosed one of the big problems in Western culture today, he doesn't offer the correct solution.
That's funny, because the best take I've heard about Andrew Tate is that he's a convicted rapist and sex trafficker. If you want examples of toxic masculinity, then look no further than the actual sex criminal that you are showing in your video.
There's nothing toxically masculine about having a fast car and a beautiful girlfriend and making a bunch of money. And
Nothing at all.
Absolutely. And those are the people who are my fans.
Andrew Tate's fans are a bunch of kids who don't know any better and incels. None of them have any of those things he listed.
Tate is absolutely correct that young men need examples of strong masculinity, and that our culture is destroying the very concept of masculinity.
Nobody's destroying anything. The fact that Tate openly talked about trafficking women for years before he got arrested is proof of that. People are wanting to shift away from the toxic ideals of masculinity in favor of the more positive ones. The only people who have a problem with this are the ones who relish in that toxicity.
To destroy masculinity, to destroy strong male leadership and character leads to the current disaster. Irresponsible men running loose in the streets, terrorizing a society.
Well, you heard him, gang. We're all just a bunch of hoodlums, just absolutely terrorizing society. Hey, who's got the Molotovs?
Fortitude. What is fortitude? It's a great word. Firmness, strength of soul that faces danger with courage and bears loss and pain without complaint.
Ah, yes. Because if your mom dies, you should just grit and bear it.
Show no weakness. That's what a man does, and it's super healthy for you.
Seriously, though, don't do that. That's why women live longer than we do.
Real men die young.
You want to play war video games all the time, but you can't even do a push-up, and you couldn't even lift a sword.
Okay, first of all, yes, I can. Second of all, why is that your go-to? Are people accosting you with swords all day? I don't know. I feel like I could take this guy in a sword fight. I don't know. Also, what the fuck is this guy doing? I thought he was doing sign language, but he's just making faces the whole time.
And if someone ran at you in battle, you'd run away crying like a baby.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the normal reaction to someone running at you with a sword. This guy thinks we still live in the 12th century, apparently.
You want to play Minecraft, and you want to build great castles, but you wouldn't even know which part of a hammer to grab in order to hammer a nail. And you've never studied architecture to really understand how you must build a foundation.
Real men study architecture. Whoa.
I imagine that one day someone will make a video game about the presence of God. And it's probably the closest that any of you will ever come to the presence of God.
And that game's gonna get dog shit reviews. Where's the gameplay, buddy?
Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you'd like this video, hitting the subscribe button helps this channel reach more people with the truth. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement.
And yeah, that's just how the video ends. Imagine if that's how I ended my videos. Look, if you're a Christian, spend your time spreading positivity and love. Leave the judgment to God, you know? We've got a lot more in common as people than we do in difference. This video wasn't in any way meant to insult Christians. There are a lot of good Christians out there. This just isn't one of them. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. I'm probably going to do a part 2 at some point because this was just too much fun. Anyway, see ya.